I'm live. It's working. Wow, I'm just massively overexposed again. I think that's the word. It's like a photograph word for when people have too much light. The light goes in the wrong place. I don't know. I think it's better than last time. Still pretty blue though. Now, am I live? I am 1 minute late. I'm 1 minute late, but I also didn't give any warning. So, too bad. Not too bad. Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. I've been going for a minute. Here we go. Oh, hello. We got one person. The audio and visual are really, really good. You can probably tell. 2 people. It's a miracle. I am losing my voice, but not yet, so it doesn't really matter. Right. We are back into... It's you. Hi, I'm sorry I missed your text. I was napping, but without sleeping. You know how when you're old, you just kind of lie down and your body's like, no, you don't get to sleep right now. And you're like, fine, but I'm still going to lie down like I'm sleeping. And it's like, okay, I can't stop you. So that's what I was doing. Oh, okay. So this is not Imagine Man. This is the Smiling Man. So that's a better creepypasta. It's not going to be funny at all. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, I'll do the roles for you after that. So we are we're doing Imagine Man again. They're so good. You can't really anticipate where anything will go. I can't find the link to the really short ones. I say I can't find. I didn't look properly. I'm trying. I don't think Imagine Man is actually going to get better than Humans Can Let 2 with the ending that Alice sees a mad scientist. I don't think he can top that. But you know what? I'm a cynic. Okay, so you're probably wondering if I'm okay knowing that the Robert Pattinson Batman movie's been cancelled. Yes, I'm okay. But I'm only okay because it was cancelled for the most Robert Pattinson reason in the world. That he fucked up. I mean, I don't mean that he fucked up by getting sick, but that he rolled into set like a plague rat and they were like, oh, well, okay, Batman's finished. I just relate to him, I think, a lot. Because I'm also a genius and just disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. Here's the source, a book With very short stories. I went through my own Twitter feed to get that. I'm prepared. You might say, hey, you prepared by doing your eyeshadow. And I might say, no. I was doing this eyeshadow every time I got kicked to the fucking loading screen in Vampire because it's a bullshit game and it sucks. I don't suck. It sucks. Oh, the Tale of the Dead. No, we went past that. We went past that. Come on. Table of contents. Let's go. I really like the short ones because it makes him kind of focus his eerie talent. Did Behind the Mirror, didn't we? Sorry. I've got allergies. They're really bad, and I've been sleeping a lot and snoring a lot, and the snoring has taken my voice nearly. Okay, this isn't bad. I don't think this is by him because it's not too bad. It's called Behind the Mirror. For 2 years, my mum had a recurring nightmare in which the mirror at the end of the room, facing my parents' bed, would turn transparent and there would be a man standing behind it. When redecorating, they removed the mirror from the wall to find a hole behind it with a small empty room leading to nowhere. The end. It's a lot of words to say we found a cupboard, but that's decent. Maybe there was a man there. I mean, there wasn't, because how could there be? But, you know. What do you want? Do you know that I found the dental treats? Well, I lost them again, darling. Joke's on you. No, that's stupid. Is that oh no about the RPAT's Batman thing or the small room? Because I'm still not over the Batman thing. Peekaboo. I was alone in the house, so who was that peeking at me from behind the door? The end. Usually in my house, it's a cat. Suggestion. I know, filthy Batman. It's a scary story. If filthy Batman was there, nothing would have happened. He would have rolled in at like 3 a.m. trying to heat up fucking lasagna toppers in your microwave, and you'd be like, Batman, what are you doing here? How did you get in? We found a room behind the mirror. Why were you not here? And then you'd realize that he was wearing his full Batman costume, but with pajama pants. And you'd be like, just go to bed. We'll talk in the morning. But you won't. You won't talk in the morning because you don't mind. You're rich, so please take a bath. Yeah, he needs a real life, Alfred. Maybe I've thought about Robert Pattinson Batman too much. Maybe there's no such thing as too much. A lot of these are boring. Creepypasta that doesn't have the Imagine Man touch, the oh my god, forgot this story. It's so good. It's my favorite story of all time. Okay. Got your hopes up. It's called The Ugly Baby. There lived a rich family of 3 people, a father, the mother, and their baby son. Everything was perfect in their lives except for one thing, their son. Their boy was a deformed child from birth, and everybody was scared of the boy. Usually the doctors don't say kill the baby, but this time they did. This is the first part of it. Where were the gorillas? I know. Usually, you go to the hospital, have a baby. Usually, the doctors don't say, yeah, you should kill it. But this time, just to give you a sense of, one day the parents couldn't stand the trouble and embarrassment of their son any longer. I'm sure my parents can agree. So they decided to go to the cliff at the edge of the road and drop him out into the deep sea. As you do. Just describing a really ugly baby. Anyway, then I went home and I thought for the rest of my life about that ugly, ugly baby. After they threw out the boy, they couldn't ignore the fact that they had just killed their only child. So they decided to have another baby. 9 months later, out comes a baby. Imagine Man has a solid grasp on some things. And it turns out to be another boy. And he turns out perfect in every apparent way. They were so happy they finally had a son they could brag about and show to their friends and families. The doctors usually don't say kill the baby, and this time they didn't. Go doctors. That's not in the story, I just love the phrase. One day they decide to take a family picture out by the cliff. Out by Baby Murder Cliff, as you do. As soon as they get out of the car, the boy comes to his mum and dad, grabs them by the arm and says, "Mummy, Daddy, you're not going to throw me off the cliff again, are you?" That's not even a horror story. Well, it kind of is. It's a story of some parents, well, some doctors who advise the parents to kill the baby. And then parents who kill the baby, and then they get their same baby back, except now he's physically perfect. That is kind of chilling. Not, I think, in the way that they wanted it to be. Okay, The Thing in the Cave. Sorry. The Thing in the Cave by Imagine Man. Two people exploring a cave find a small hole leading down to a bigger part of the cave. They spend weeks making the hole bigger and occasionally hear noises of rocks scraping against each other below. One guy finally goes down, walks through the cave tunnel, and finds a room with hieroglyphics and a pretty big round boulder. I like that the boulder is described as pretty big. The next time he goes down, he gets into the room again and he hears rocks scraping against each other behind him. Parentheses, obviously something or someone is there. I love that. He turns, hits his head, the light breaks, and he has to use pitiful backup light to help. Nothing is there, but he realizes the boulder has been moved, and a small opening, parentheses, that was previously covered by the boulder, is revealed. Terrified, he makes his way back, gets back up to his friend. Him and his buddy are climbing out of the cave when they feel something pulling on the rope below them. They make it out, and then both basically have PTSD afterwards. That's it. That's the story. It's like he read Ted the Caver and he thought, you know what? They should both basically have PTSD afterwards. I want that at the end of every horror movie. Yeah, that's the reading. That's the actual wording. They make it out and then both basically have PTSD afterwards. Laurie Strode survived that fateful Halloween and basically had PTSD afterwards. It's good. It should be in everything. Yeah. I think the first time I encountered Imagine Man, I took screenshots and put them on my Twitter because I couldn't. I needed to share that. Oh, fucking hell. Good girl. Good girl. I'm go outside. Yeah, every horror movie should end that way. Why, my son Norman, he wouldn't hurt a fly. Basically going to have PTSD after this, aren't I? That's the ending of Psycho. It's my Mrs. Bates voice. Oh, come on, next story. Let's go. It's just, I mean, this isn't even a live reading, really. This is just like hang out and appreciating this. Except you got to wade through quite a lot of nothing. Oh, what time are we starting tomorrow? Is it the usual time? Okay, this story is called The Evil is Coming. When my older daughter was 2 or 3, she used to have a couple of imaginary friends, Dodo and Dee Dee. They were typical imaginary friends. She would talk to them and play with them and tell me about their lives. Then one day, when she was about 3, she was talking on her play phone when I walked into the room. She hung up her phone and said to me, parentheses, with a completely flat voice and deadpan expression, "The evil is coming." The end. It's not a dead reading. It's not a dead reading. Every time I got and then I basically had PTSD afterwards. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yeah, I basically have PTSD from the beginning of this movie right to the end. Yeah. Um, there's a character called Kevin on the show Supernatural. I don't know if you'll have ever heard of it, but I've watched a few episodes here and there, and my sister hates it when Kevin is mentioned in any way because I keep going, hey, Tali, hey, we forgot Kevin, like the mother does in the first movie, and she just doesn't think it's funny. She doesn't ever think it's funny. I do. Tumblr, eh? I may have to check that out. Crazy. But yeah, I just want someone to find it as funny as I do. That's a very boring one. It it's a good show. It's the perfect show for what it is, you know? Mm. Oh, that one's just boring. Somebody sees ghosts sometimes. Anyway, basically, I just see ghosts sometimes. It's not really a story. It's just kind of a fact. Read the messenger. Oh shit. I don't get alerts for this. I set it up for Fear and Z. If when you said messenger, did you mean the Discord? Because I don't have the Discord on my phone yet. I'm having trouble setting it up. Anyway, I'm still not recovering. Oh, a story in the book named The Messenger. Oh, right. We have too many social medias. It's near the beginning. Okay. I will try and find the table of contents. The Messenger. Oh yeah. This one's very interesting. It's great. One of those stories that really makes you ask, wait, how did anyone find out about this? Everyone's dead by the end. You know? Do you want me to read it? Yeah, it's better than I remember. There once was a girl. Good start. One day her parents were going out of town for the weekend and they told her to watch her little sister. She said, okay, and then got on Yahoo Messenger, as one does. Her Yahoo username was Too Sexy For You. You. She got a message from Smokin' Hot. The message read, don't worry, I'll take good care of you tonight. Real good care. That's the most coherent sentence anyone's written on Yahoo Messenger. Scared, the girl signed off and made sure all the windows and doors were locked. That night she slept with her sister. She woke to a scratching noise, so went round the house and checked the doors and windows. Finding nothing, the girl returned to her sister, only to find the bed wet. She figured that her sister just peed the bed. The ages are never given, but I kind of thought they were teens. Yeah, my teen sister. It's no problem. She heard the scratching noise again, and then the sound of glass breaking. Yeah, she was like, yeah, sometimes. Scared, she darted into the closet. Just as she did so, she saw someone enter the room. The next morning, both girls' skins were found hanging on hangers in the closet, and a blood-stained bed. But then the mystery remains, because was the bed stained with blood and that's why the sister thought it was wet? Or did the sister just casually pee the bed before being murdered? And we just never find out? That's so creepy. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sleep or wet the bed tonight. Shocking. There's a bug under the surface of your skin. Yeah, very original. It's very hard to say in what order these events happened. I really, really love the the when they come home, one of them's dead, because the timeline just doesn't add up. When she comes home and doesn't turn on the light, her roommate has to stay after that. Those two are my favorite Imagine Man things ever. Hey, Pan and Scan, you made it. Oh, sorry, Josh too. You made it. Just as I was beginning to end the stream, because my voice is fading and I need it for tomorrow. But yeah, we've been talking about this very interesting. Okay, this is quite a good one. Here we go. No, that's fine. Their videos, they're on here. You can watch them whenever. The Babysitter. Oh, we think we know this story. There once was girl. Good start. She was babysitting for the Smiths. After putting the kids to bed, she decided to watch TV. Then the TV just turned off. Confused, she went into the parents' room to watch TV. All of a sudden, it turned off too. She noticed a weird looking clown staring at her. She got creeped out and called the Smiths and asked them if she could put the clown in the closet. They said, "We don't have a clown." And then the line went dead. And that's the end of the story. I like to think that the parents are just really bored by this. Like, oh, can I put the 6-foot clown statue in the cupboard or something? We don't have one of those. Oh my god, this babysitter. Fuck. She's always calling us about something. And why is the clown just turning off the TV to fuck with her for a while? And it doesn't even say that the clown murders her. Who was clown? Exactly. No, Josh, you are the clown now. And then Josh was a clown. A couple more. Too much TV is bad for. My parents did that to me when I was about 4. Um, they went out for their wedding anniversary. The 3 of us went to a motel in the town that we lived in because money was really tight. They were really young, and I was sleeping downstairs, being 4 years old, and they were sleeping upstairs. It was like a split level thing, so I was under parental surveillance, and I was watching the Ninja Turtles movie that they had rented upstairs. And it turned out my parents, in the year of our Lord 1989, were discovering the fun of having a remote control. They were using the remote to turn off the TV downstairs and to make me think that some kind of magic force was stopping me from watching the Ninja Turtles. It's quite a wholesome story, isn't it? Yeah, it was really cute. I had a Ninja Turtle birthday cake the year before. It was Michelangelo, but no one's perfect. Okay. Oh, okay, here's a good one for the last one. I think that my story counts as a scary story too. So, Like Mother, Like Daughter by Imagine Man. A girl is raised by her cold, mean mother. The girl is embarrassed by her mother because she always dresses in thick, ugly clothes and never lets the girl go out and have fun. When the daughter becomes a teenager, she meets a guy that she really likes. But her mother tries to keep her from leaving the house to see him. One day, the girl gets a headache, and it gets worse and worse. The girl touches the back of her head and realizes that she can see her hand. An eye has grown in the back of her head. It's the first you see it. Her mother, who had been quietly watching all this happen, removes her clothing to reveal hundreds of eyes all over her body. She says she wasn't sure if the condition was hereditary or not, and that she is sorry it is happening to her. The girl ends up dressing exactly like her mother and staying in the house with her, while everyone in the neighborhood whispers about the 2 weirdos who live next door. Wow, that is a story that raises so many more questions than it answers. I did have turtle power all along. They had turtle power. The remote was turtle power. I might say they shredded my enjoyment of it briefly. Yep. Sometimes you just. I think Junji Ito should draw it, or you can draw it in his style. But it should definitely be an Ito-esque thing. Yeah, Cowabunga, everybody. We did it. We did a live reading, and I didn't ruin my voice. I hope. and And I love the mother just casually taking off her dress, like, yeah, I'm covered in hundreds of eyes. I didn't know if you were going to grow extra eyes, so I didn't want to worry you about it. How did she grow an entire extra eye on the back of her head without noticing? How did other people not notice? Was she also wearing a beret of some kind? A lot of questions. Also, the condition is hereditary. Was the mother covered with eyes before or after the daughter was conceived? Where is the father? Yeah. I mean, she could be like the best security guard ever, just seeing everything. Oh, but she would be naked, which is frowned upon, I gather, in that industry. Mm. Moral questions. Thank you guys. It was really nice spending some time with you. I'm gonna go and have a poking each eye like the Three Stooges, trying to find the one that's the clitoris. You, Josh. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna go and weep, laugh my makeup off, and I will see most of you tomorrow at D&D. Normal time. Do some rolls for Danny before I go. Thanks, guys. See you later. Basically, we'll all have PTSD after this. Good night.